Hello, Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. Today's date, it is May 20th of 2021. It's 1:40 a.m. in the morning. I was going to go to bed a while ago. I take naps. I was going to go to bed a while ago, and then I decided to do something different. So let me update you on what's going on with me. I have, as you know, I've been using two monitors on my Beeline mini compact computer running Windows 10. And I'm using now the Elgato Wave 3 microphone. I'm using my new Razer keyboard and my new Razer mouse, which is a wired mouse. I had to use the Sound Blaster card, not a card, but it's the one that sits on the desk, because there's a problem with this Beeline audio, the 3.5 audio, and I get a buzzing. And if you've listened to some of in the past, a few, you heard it in the background. I've got right now two USB cameras hooked up. This one, okay, no. Okay, this one over here is the 4K Logitech forget what it's called. And up here is the Logitech, let me switch to it. Up here is the Logitech C920E. So, you may be asking, well, what's new, Jim? That's about what you had the other day. Well, the difference is, back here, this monitor over here, yes, is a LG, and it's one of the wide, I think one of the wide ones, yeah. And I just a few minutes ago hooked up the HP Chromebox, and I'm using my Logitech C910 here. I can see, of course, the problem, you know, and if you watch my videos, you know, I have very little desk space now. I was enjoying having some desk space to spread my food out and to do paperwork and stuff. Well, excuse me. Let's switch cameras here and see if so this is the monitor here that is hooked up to the Chromebox. I'm using the Logitech MS Master 3, and it's wireless. It uses one of those dongles. I could use it for both of these, but I'm not going to, maybe later I will. I'm just going to use it for this right now. I don't have a speaker hooked up here yet on this one. Let me I don't have this, I'm using the headset right now. Remember, I just hooked this stuff up. I also can't find my generic USB webcam. I mean, I'm using two over on this other computer setup. So, let me see if I can show you these. That's just one. Okay. Okay, see those containers there? They're filled with stuff, and there's stuff on my shelf in my closet, and there's stuff other places also. And now where that, every time I need a cable, every time I need a connector, every time, or speakers, no matter what it is, I end up having to go through the containers, throwing all the stuff on my bed, trying to find it, and then I finally find it, and then I hook it up, and then I make changes, and it's a mess. So right now I'm someplace there is a there's a what? Oh, a USB camera that I'll hook up on this Chromebox. And I'll get a speaker, one of those bars. I've got one of those bars which has crappy sound. It was really cheap. I'll put that for that probably, because I don't want to wear headphones all the time. Well, I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing on that over there, really. But I wanted to do a little, you know, we pay for 400 meg down and 20 meg up on internet service. And I think I can show it to you here, I think. Yeah, I just ran this a while ago, and so getting on, now this is connected, I've got the Amazon, 3 of them. When the internet service comes in, it goes into one right there, and by Wi-Fi it sends the signal out, and there are 2 other boxes. One here, right underneath this monitor over here, and then my son has one, and so I'm connected with my Beeline into the network cable going in there, and this is the speed I get, 310 down and 22 up. And now I just ran it, and over here I decided to not try to use the cable for that. I'm using Wi-Fi on this Chromebox, and getting 162 down and 22 up. So I'm happy with that. The only bandwidth that I use, well, I don't really use that much bandwidth. When I upload a YouTube video, okay, I use a little bit of bandwidth for a little bit of while. I'm sorry. I forgot. This is the last time I put one on. Remember how difficult it was for me to reach 3,000 subscribers? Since I got 3,000 subscribers, the number above that has been going up pretty good. So this is the YouTube studio thing that YouTube creators have access to. It gives you all kinds of information. I don't look at it as much as I should. It tells you a lot of information, and if you pay attention to it, of course, one thing you see here is my estimated, well, I don't think it's estimated. For the last month, I've made $16.10 for the last 28 days. Amazon doesn't pay until until it hits $100. So you can see over here that my views are up, impressions are, up, and average viewing time has gone up. This reminds me of this video here. The other day we lost electrical power for about 2 hours because of that deadly storm that we had, where the Texas grid turned off power to people. We were without, I think, 3 days, and it was cold, by the way, really cold, and thank God it came on, because it was getting bad. We have a fireplace here, and we had it going, but it really didn't help all that much unless you're right in front of it with, pieces of wood or something popping out at you. Dee our cat didn't care for that. She went over to get warm by the fire, and a piece of ember popped out. Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta put this someplace where I can't get to it. You don't want to. And these crackers, they didn't used to. Maybe I'm getting strong in my old age. I gotta be careful. Oh, this shirt is a gift from my daughter Hillary. Say, "Don't ruffle my fur. I will put you in the trunk and help people look for you." I don't know. It may be nowadays. Is that an inappropriate shirt? I think I've got a T-shirt. I bought 2 cat T-shirts. I think one of mine is something not that bad, but this time, by the way, I remembered to turn off my fish tank. Oh, by the way, yeah. When we had that cold spell, I have a heater, of course, in my fish tank, but we had no electricity. I'm not talking about the other day. I'm talking about the big one, where the Texas is on its own grid. They pride themselves on the state of Texas. There's a United States East Coast grid. There's a United States West Coast grid. Well, not coast, but the nation. And then there's Texas, and they pride themselves on the Texas grid. And of course it collapsed because they haven't been spending any money on it. And because, too, also, if they had regulations and standards for the grid, then they could have, a long time ago, just hooked into the other grid, both if they wanted to. They could plug into the East Coast grid or the West Coast grid, as long as they met standards. But Texas prides itself as, we don't, federal government, or, they're not going to make rules for us, as we have to do this or that. So, anyway, when we lost the power the other day, 2 hours, went off for 2 hours. It just been raining too. In fact, we've been getting rain for the last few days. In fact, I think we're still maybe under, or maybe it's ending a flash flood. But the ex-wife, my I share this apartment with my ex-wife and with my grown son. We all chip in together. It makes absolutely no sense for each one of us or to be renting an apartment, and so well, it helps make it, make the expenses and everything. But we lost power, and right away the ex-wife, Darlene's her name, she was like, "Oh, the power grid is fat." I said, "No, it's rain. A pole may have fallen over because so much rain washed the base away, or a car may have hit it. The construction company may have been doing some putting in of cables or something, and they may cut the line accidentally. It could be a lot of things, but it's not the grid right now." And I finally ended up calling the number and I got fast service when I called the number, and they said, by the time I called, I think I waited like an hour and a half. I didn't want to call. I hate calling, partially because of my hearing problem that I have. And another thing is I just don't want to talk to them or anybody else and go through anything. And I called, and it was painless, and I got the information right away. They said 2,500 places were without power, and that it should be back in 30 minutes. Or did they say an hour? I think they said, yeah, I think they said, no, they said an hour. Oh, they said at a time. Okay, 4 o'clock. And it was 3:30. So, and it did come back on. So, what am I going to do with the Chromebox? I don't know. The Chromebox has got 16 gigabytes of memory. Also, of course, this other Beeline, it has 16 gigabytes of memory. Kind of short of money right now, but I think what I'd like to do is open up this Beeline and put in the extra, not extra memory, 16 should be enough, but the solid state drive, and then the other little hard drive. Maybe not put in the other hard drive, maybe just put in the extra solid state one. I'd have to look up what the part numbers are and order them from probably Amazon. I guess you heard about it. I didn't know about him or follow him or anything. That I guess you heard about the YouTuber in India who got the virus, the young guy. I think he might have been about 30. I'm just guessing, but maybe I'm wrong. But I guess in India, he was a very popular person doing video blog, and I think probably on some other, using some of the other systems. But he got the COVID virus, and he was in the hospital, and he was having difficulty, and he was a young man, and the day before he died, he made he took his mask off and for a little, and said that he was having difficulty, and I guess he said he indicated that he was dying, and he died the next day. So, been watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I've mentioned this, by the way. I was really upset about the HBO Max thing. I forget when they went to HBO Max, but we pay for We pay for, well, I don't know, Hulu, Amazon Prime. I don't know. We pay for them, pay for them all. My ex-wife watches non-stop. The TV goes 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. She falls asleep with a remote control in her hand. Um, but so when HBO, announced, and we pay for HBO through, I think, Amazon Prime. So we get HBO, well, we were getting, we still are HBO, but now it's HBO Max. But when they announced that HBO Max and people who, already signed up for HBO on different systems or through different systems, no problem, well, it was a problem. It took me 2 or 3 months to figure out how to do it. Of course, I'm not too bright, but so we finally got it. And, I thought Paramount, I thought that was going to be a good deal, and I thought that Paramount, because of the movies, would bring tons of, not impressed at all, but I am impressed with HBO Max. There is just tons of TV shows, movies, and all types of stuff. Let me see. What's something I want? Oh, it should show me. Wait a minute, Poppy. Let's see what it. It will probably show here. I think there's a line that shows. Okay, popular, trending. Let's see. Laugh until it hurts. Let's see. Okay, Last Chance. These are things that are going off. Mortal Kombat, I've never watched it. I haven't watched The Operative. I think I did watch one of the Matrix. Not when it came out, or or a while back. None of these Mortal Kombats. And of course, The Bishop's Wife, I watched that, and then the newer version of that. I watched it in the past, have no desire to watch it again. I really haven't watched, I don't think, any of the X-Men things. Flips, I started to watch that. I think I watched about halfway through it. Nice little movie. You can watch, it'd be good for your kids or whatever. I'd seen it before, so I stopped watching it about halfway through. I think it's something, if you watch it one time, you don't want to watch it again. And Cider House Rules, I watched a couple times in the past, but it's here. Dirty Dancing, I watched that, I guess, when it came out, or a long time ago or something. I wasn't really interested in it. So I guess this is a movie, The Avengers. I watched the TV show, series when it was on a long time ago. Driving Miss Daisy, I watched 2 or 3 times in the past. Hot Fuzz, great. I like these 2 stars. Started to reach for a cracker again. I've watched it a couple times. Also, they were in the alien that lands on Earth. What was that? Anyway, that was good. I've watched that probably 4 times, maybe more. Paul, that was it. Amistad, I've watched that probably 3 times, maybe more. Excellent movie, excellent. And Seven, I guess that's the way it's. Uh, I watched that one time and have no desire to watch it again. It's not the type. I mean, great movie. And if you don't have a problem, if you're an insensitive bastard, it's okay, you know. But it's just too emotionally. I don't want to go through. I've watched it once. That was enough. I'd like to forget about it actually. I haven't watched The Last King of Scotland. Haven't watched Ray. Okay, Shaun of the Dead. And then there's a second version, I think, of it. I liked both of those. I don't normally like, I like, I like happy movies. Okay, I did watch Jaws 1 and Jaws 2 in the past. Not, you know. I watched all The President's Men. I'm sure I watched Captain Blood, I'm sure, a long time ago. I've watched Little Women. I probably have watched, you know, You Can't Take It With You, I don't remember. Oh, and Cinema Paradiso or whatever. Unbelievably great movie. Fantastic movie. The Thin Man and the one where there was a ghost, those series with Topper or whatever. I mean, those are old movies. I watched those a long time ago. I don't know if I watched Bloodwork or not. The Deadpool, I remember watching that. It wasn't as crazy, you know. I haven't watched The Bridges on Madison County. Clint Eastwood in Unforgiven. Fantastic. Fantastic movie. Unbelievably great movie. I watched a lot of the Clint Eastwood things in the past. And Papillon, of course, I watched that. I don't think I've watched A Patch of Blue. True Grit, I watched, what is there? I know there's 2 versions at least. I mean, you know, I watched both of those. I can remember a long time ago watching Stuart Little or something, and it was okay. I mean, you know. The March of the Penguins, I think I watched that. That's where they're with the babies on their feet going through the snow. I didn't watch this. I don't know why. I just haven't watched it, you know. Doubt. And apparently, well, not apparently, there's a nun at the, you know, the Catholic grade school. And then there's the parish priest who is, you know, at the Catholic grade school. Started to reach for a cracker again. And she believes that he may be having inappropriate contact with a boy, and I'm not sure if the movie actually answers the question. I think it's just, but I'd rather see one of the Bing Crosby, you know, Going My Way, or Anyway, I'm going to bring this to a conclusion so I can clean off my bed. Let me see if I can show that to you. Nope, that's not it. That you can't see that because I got the, okay. You see there in the background? Oops, wrong finger. Okay, nope, this one. Nope, nope. I can't bend, okay. There, you see right? Oops. I should not be a pilot or an astronaut or anything, should I? Right there. That's my bed back there, and you can see part of it. There's stuff piled on it. And it's 2 a.m. in the morning, so I have to get put all that stuff away so I can go to bed. But for right now, I'm going to stop, finish eating some of this and what else? I'll probably try to, well, probably when I'm putting stuff away, I'll find the speakers for this other. Anyway, thank you very much for watching.